All right, here it is, the much awaited Instant Pot Quick Cool tray, which advertises up to 50% faster cool down time on a natural release recipe, which is a big deal to a lot of people, because when they're cooking meats, usually people don't like to do a quick release because they feel like it disturbs the meat in some way. And I kind of agree. I'd rather it cool down slower than I had it fast. So this should cut that cool down time for the pin drops in half, or roughly. And it'll only fit now the Duo EVO Plus, the 6 or the 8 quart. That's all it goes on. But here it is. There's the device. Now it offers two different methods. You can fill it with ice and place it right here where it goes. It's got a little thing that comes off. Or you fill it with water and you freeze the entire device with water in it. And I think that's probably how I'm going to use it most of the time. So that's how we're going to do some, or at least the first test. And so I've got to get this filled with water and get it froze. And then we're going to do a couple of tests. I'm John Sanders, also known as Jelly 007. Let's get it started. Okay, a couple of things right quick, because I'm afraid I'll forget to mention it if I don't. If you notice, it has a max fill line right there. And that's where you fill the water to. You don't want it to freeze and cause any problems. I don't know if it causes problems, but that's the max fill line. I'm going to go ahead and show you this right here, which is the instructions for it. And I'll just leave that right there. You can read it. It's common sense. You fill it with water and you put it in the freezer, or you can use ice. I don't know if it says that here. It says, oh, right here, fill the ice cubes and skip to step 3. So there is the instructions. Here's the how they describe it on the front. There it is in a different language if you wanted to know. Same thing right here. It was $9.99 on their website. So we'll get to some of that later. I'll get that in the freezer and we'll be off to the next step. All right, this turned into night 2, and here we are. This has frozen. It's solid. Everything looks good. Here is something I wanted to point out right quick. It's not that big of a deal, but I said that it would release the pressure up to 50% faster. And you can see that right there. You can do a screenshot if you want to read all of that. But it also says right here that it's up to 70% faster. So we're about to find out. I have learned something though, and now I'm fixing to share it with you, and it is pretty shocking, or it was to me. And that is, I've always heard if you want to do a natural release, make it a little faster, is to turn off the keep warm feature. And you have to do that before you start your cook. In other words, while you're setting it up, you have to turn it off. And what that does is, once it completes pressure cooking, it goes off. In fact, the lights go off, the display goes off, and it quits heating, obviously, and the keep warm feature doesn't come on. And you would think that would help it cool a little faster. And that was how I intended to do this test. But I'm going to drop in some video here in just a minute of each one. I did it both ways. I did it one time last night with the keep warm feature and one without. Now, it was shocking. I'll let you see it. I'll drop it in just a minute once we get everything going here. The way you'll be able to tell is the one with the light on is the one with the keep warm feature on. And the one without the light on, in other words, when the display is dark, is when I turn the keep warm feature off. Like I said, when it ends, your display goes away. And I have a timer running you'll be able to see. And I'm just going to cut to the chase. It was 20 seconds different. That is all there was. 20 seconds difference between having keep warm on and not having it on. So if you've ever wondered about that, there it is. Like I said, I'll drop those videos in. They're clips. They're just short clips, and it's just the ending. But you can watch, and you'll see the pin drop, and hear the pin drop, and you can see the time. So I'm going to do the exact same thing that I did in those tests, which is I'm going to put water here to the 2 quart line. And there that is. Now I'm going to put the lid on, obviously. I'm going to leave the keep warm feature on. It's just not, it's not worth the 20 seconds, and you lose the timers and all that stuff. So what I got to do now is hit pressure cook, and the same thing we did, I leave it on custom, and I set it for 10 minutes. So that's what we have right here. I'm going to hit start, and as you know, on the Duo EVO Plus, the lid automatically locks when you close it, so we are sealed and running. So once that comes up, and this completes its completes the 10 minutes, I'll go ahead and start this just because it runs seconds where this will only run minutes. And we'll see just how long it takes with this on there. So, y'all hang on and we'll drop those 2 clips in. And like I said, watch for the light to be off for the one with the keep warm turned off. And the light on is the one with the keep warm feature still on. But hold on. Aha! There it went. 34 minutes and 47 seconds. And that is without any keep warm. So now we know. We'll start some more tests, but that is what that took. 34 minutes, 47 seconds. We'll be back with the next test. All right, there it went. Finally, 35 minutes and 10 seconds. All right, I'm not going to lie. In those videos, when I did it, when the pin dropped on the second one, I didn't realize how close it was. I didn't until I was writing it down and looking back on the videos and realized it was only 20 seconds different. So anyhow, on to the next day where we do the QUICKCOOL tray. And I'll be honest with you, I think you're going to be shocked with it also. So here we go. Okay, the 10 minutes is up. What I'm going to do is hit this. I'm going to start this timer. I'm going to remove that. And now all we have to do is set that right there. So what we're looking for is anything better or considerably better than 35 minutes right here, because as we just saw, it didn't matter whether the keep warm feature was on or off. It was roughly 35 minutes. And by the way, that one is on. So I'll bring y'all back when that pin drops. I'm going to move the camera so you'll be able to see the pin fall. I hope I can catch it. Be back. There it went. 11 minutes and 44 seconds. Hey, that is a lot from 35 minutes. It didn't quite make the 70%. I'll have to do the math because 70% would have been 10 minutes and 30 seconds if I did that math wrong. But hey, I'm impressed. Let's see what's left right here. Just a little bit of ice in there. And you can see, we'll take the lid off. There it is. Hey, again, I'm impressed. I'm going to get some of this put away and we'll discuss it one more time and take a little better look at it, but it worked. All right, I am sold. I think it did exactly what it claims, really close to even the 70%. I mean, from 35 minutes all the way down to 11 minutes and 44 seconds. That's impressive. And I don't think that's quite 70%, but if I did the math right, it's like 66%. Somebody can check me on that. But for $9.99, I mean, you can't, it's well worth it. Because like I said, if you're cooking a chicken or a roast, you know, a lot of people don't like to do a quick release, but mainly beans and stuff, you can't. Some things you can't do a quick release without making a mess. So this will fix that. Again, I'll show you that. It's been a few more minutes, but that's all that's left. It used everything it had there, just about it, but it worked. I will say I'm not affiliated. I paid for this. I paid for everything you see here. Nobody funds me or nothing. That's all me. But anyhow, now that we know, that is worth having, in my opinion. So, hey, y'all come back to see me. I love y'all all. Have a good night. Bye-bye.